Raila Odinga is as fit as a fiddle. Raila Odinga Secretariat has reported that Raila Odinga Secretariat press release on Right Honorable Raila Odinga's health. The political formation of impeached former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua and his struggling team of Kalonzo Musyoka and Eugene Wamalwa, among others, are on a familiar campaign of misinformation on the health of former Prime Minister and ODM party leader Raila Odinga. The misinformation is broadcast by the same team that went on a frenzy against Honorable Raila's bid for the chairmanship of the African Union Commission earlier this year. Gachagua, Kalonzo and co have co-opted sections of the traditional media that are happily picking feeds from bloggers, including AI-generated images, and broadcasting them as some kind of investigative breaking news. The hope of this team then and now is to bully Honorable Raila to provide a back for them to ride on in their struggle against President William Ruto. The facts are as follows. Honorable Raila has a strong tradition of being open and generous with the country on matters of his health. He told the country that he was undergoing a procedure when he was hospitalized as a sitting Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya in June 2010. He told the country that he was diagnosed with COVID and hospitalized as opposition leader in 2021. He would do the same today were he to be in the health situation his opponents wish. Honorable Raila traveled out of the country on Friday evening, one of the many trips he has made this year, and definitely not the last. He definitely did not travel to Europe as picked from bloggers and broadcast by some media houses. He is not indisposed as prayed for by his frustrated opponents. Home or away, Honorable Raila remains committed to the ideals of the broad-based government. He remains steadfast in his belief that extreme threats to the nation require extreme compromises in the interest of the nation. We understand his opponent's frustration with this. This statement was written by Raila's spokesperson, that is Dennis Onyango, on October 5th, 2025. The mainstream media, that is KTN, NTV, and even the Star newspaper, have reported that Raila was hospitalized at Nairobi Hospital, and also we've seen bloggers sharing the same, and some people are even discussing live post Raila, that when Raila dies will take over the Luo leadership and all that. And to be honest, those affiliated to this other side of the political divide are actually wishing Raila bad. That is a fact. This is highly regrettable in a country like this, a country where Raila has given all his best. Raila has been fighting for devolution, fighting for democracy. Generally, he has been fighting for human rights and human freedoms, and people would not even understand the struggle of this nation just wish Raila bad just because they don't agree with him politically. That is so despicable, and that must be called out. Anyone who can wish Raila bad, for sure, you don't understand where this country has come from, and you do not know what you even want for this country, because without Raila being a stabilizing factor, without Raila fighting for the very freedoms you enjoy today, perhaps Kenya could be at the worst. So please, you just need to reason. Let's reason. Let's be people who are objective. Even if you differ with the Raila politically, you don't have to wish him bad. It also doesn't make sense for the Gachagua team or Gachagua and the co to wish Raila bad. We understand that politically you may be disappointed in Raila just because Raila working with the Ruto perhaps to some level made it easier for you to be impeached. But you don't have to hate him. Also, Gachagua should remember that when he was in office, he used to speak things that nobody would even want to hear. So Gachagua wasn't this perfect leader while he was in office. So he shouldn't blame Raila for what happened to him. And for his supporters to pick a side and start now denigrating Raila and wishing him bad just because Gachagua and Raila are not seeing eye to eye politically, that is horrible. And for sure, if you want change for this country where you can persuade each other so that we fight for one cause that is for betterment of this country, then you don't have to wish Raila bad. Instead, you would wish that we compete favorably and also even pray that people register for 2027, because for 1 week only 7,000 Kenyans registered as voters, and here you are blaming Raila instead of mobilizing people to register for 2027. What do you think about this statement from the Raila Odinga Secretariat?